Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Today, we are decorating my diary for the week of March 30th. Let's get started. So, for this week, I chose the Hello Spring sticker book by Love Posh. And in particular, I just saw a set that I hadn't used, which is this one. Pretty sure, yep, I have not used it, so I thought this would be a fun one to use. I love the fact that there's this very large sticker that will go across the bottom here, because that saves me a little bit of time and effort. And as I said, this is my diary, so I pretty much just write, the things that happen in the week and whatnot. So, um, yeah, it's it's that. It's about the best that I can do for journaling, meaning that I'm like keeping up with it and stuff like that. I've been doing this for a few years now. Um, I never kept a diary as a kid. I'm one of those weird kids who never did a diary. So for me, getting into journaling, was at first an effort. And when I realized, it doesn't have to be long, it just has to just write in something, much easier, much easier. So I don't think I want to use the large girl on this side because I'm already taking up a lot of space on Sunday. But I can put a girl here. The larger girl would definitely cover more, which is sort of what I want to do. Well, let me take a look. Let me take a quick peek. Yeah, she's gonna eat up so much space, so I'm gonna leave her on here, and I'm gonna grab this other girl instead, and she'll take up some room, but it won't be quite as much. And I love the fact that she covered the word notes. And yep, that works. And I can write around this thing. So it's, not a big deal that it's taking up that space. All right. So then let's go over to this page. Now let's take a look at what we have for decorations. So I think I'm going to use this one on this corner right here, like so. And it's perfect for that space. And then it almost feels like a continuation, right? Um, Then we're going to go back to that page where we're at, and we're going to use this little basket over on this side, sort of like so. And then we're going to need something here. And do I want to use more flowers or do I want to use something else? Well, I'm going to use more flowers, period. But I think I'm gonna put this cluster on this side. So I think I want to use perhaps a smaller one. I want to combine the different styles of flowers that we have here. So I think I want to put this one here. And I'm going to probably end up covering part of the wing when I redate this, but that's okay. Okay, that works. This is going very fast. So now I'm going to use this floral, but I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to do what I did on this side with this floral. This will be cut up and be half of it here, except that. No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors, probably clean all the bits and pieces on the scissors at this point. And, oops, so many bits and pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and I think I want to cut it like so. Let's see. I want to preserve as much of the flower as possible. Okay. So, taking bits and pieces off my finger. And now I think this one can go right here on this side. It's unfortunate that it landed on the same plane as the other one, as the other flower that's the same design. Usually I don't like to do that weird mirror kind of thing, but it worked out that way, so it is what it is. Or, actually what I could do, I could use this one instead. You know what, I'm going to do that, and that way I can save that other piece for another rainy day, and it doesn't look quite as mirror-ish. It's not really a mirror, but for some reason it's bugging me that it's the same flower right next in the same line. So if this sticker decides to cooperate, I might be able to use it some other time, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But all I'm doing is holding the paper down and pulling the stickers, so hopefully the sticker doesn't break or take some of the paper with it. And I found that a little bit of patience, usually it works out pretty well. All right, so I have that other half of the flower. I put it back in my book. It's not going to stay, or maybe it will. Let's see. A little bit of heat and pressure. All right, so then what are we going to put here? We can use another one. Use another butterfly, or we can use a bird, which we haven't put anywhere. Or what do we have over here? We have other flowers. So I have this, which is the equivalent of this, or a similar flower. I think that's what I want to do. I want to use that. So I'm going to put this nice and flat. I'm trying to flatten out that flower that I just removed from the page. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's cut off the very bottom. Okay. So lots of space to write in every day except for Sunday. Sunday is the problematic one. But no small birds, huh? And these two pages are very similar, but oh, I must have used the other butterfly, small butterfly. That's what's going on. I like the bird, but it's too big. For what I want. So I think I'm going to use this no, because I don't want it in the same height, in the same place. I think that's it. I'm going to leave it there. All right, let's date this and be done with it for today. So we're going to go to my stickers from Planner Kate, and we're going to try to find something. This minty color is pretty, but I've used a lot of mint lately. What I'm hoping to find, oh, that's gorgeous. Except I don't have the first few days of the month. This, also same problem. I don't have the first few days of the month. I have the 30th. This is this color right here. Wow, that is a stunner though. Okay, do I have any more sheets of this? No, because I remember how this one works. Let's see. Yeah, this is one of the ones that I have on my list of buying more sheets. That's a shame. That is really a darn shame, because that color is absolutely fabulous. But see, I did another month where I started at the end. Okay, so let's keep going. That's okay. We have other options. Ooh, that's too bright. That's too purple. That's way more pink. Okay. Yeah, same problem. I think we're going to have to go with a minty color if we want to try to coordinate. Or, you know what? Let's go with the neutral. I hardly ever do neutrals in here. And I do have this neutral right here. Oh, it's very dark. It's kind of like brings down the tone. I mean, it's sort of the color of the chalkboard.
I would use it with these. Not loving that either. Okay, this has become, all of a sudden, it's become a thing. I suppose I can do the, I'm just going to do the, except the mint looks kind of odd because there's only this mint here. Let's see if there's another pink we can use. So let's try to match this pink right here. And it's the same problem because this is the same set. The color is perfect though. Let's see if we have another pink that is not that bright, obnoxious pink. Purple is too purple. That pink is just obnoxious. I mean, it's not. It just doesn't quite work with what we have going on here. That rose is pretty, but it's not what happens here. Could we do the lilac? Let's see the lilac. Just going to compare it to her dress. That's actually not bad. So we're going to go ahead and do the lilac. Sunday. Saturday. So these are the Planner Kate Days of the Week stickers. And they come in a bunch of different colorways, as you can see. They're a little bit tough to match up. So just pay attention to the names, because they're in EC colorways or Planner Kate colorways. So when you try to match them, you know, look at that. Don't look at the numbers. The numbers are going to confuse you. Look at the names. And the dates are, the numbers are the date dots. So for example, if you decide you want, and I don't know which one this is, I'm just making that up. Let's say that this is EC Bouquet. Then you're going to look for the date dots in EC Bouquet and then match them up that way. So some of them have multiple sheets under the same set, and that's because there's more colors than fit. So for example, here you have 3 colors, but if you notice in the date dots, there's a bunch of them. That's because these are the, actually these are doubled. Are these doubled? They look double. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors, but there's only 3 here. So I was on the right track. Almost confused myself. So you need extras of the date dots, so that you can be sure to have enough to go with all of your days of the week. Or rather, you need more of these than you need of these. Oh my God, seriously. Okay, so this one goes back here. And what I've done is I've bought, you know, extra sets, because that way usually I can get around the problem that I had at first, which is the, oh well, if that set doesn't work, I can get them from another set. But guess what? I only have one of the ones that match that. All right, and on that, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 30th. 31st. I think I just realized I may have dated something wrong in the other planner that I've worked on this morning. Oh well, fun. Okay, 1. Maybe I didn't, because I think it still ended on the correct date. 2, 3, 3, 4. Actually, that looks pretty. I would have liked that pink color because the pink color is nice and vibrant. But the purple works, then it brings out the purple on her dress and so forth. So, and the 5th. There we have it, friends. That is my diary spread for the week of March 30th. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great day. Bye.